Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog video. Today I'm going to be talking about pros and cons of being in a wheelchair. Pro, speed. Oh my god, I love going down hills and generally just going fast, especially in shopping centres until you get stuck behind someone who's going slow. But yeah, I love going fast to the point where if I go out with someone and I have forgotten that, they're walking with me, all of a sudden I kind of turn around and go, oops, sorry, I forgot about you, I'll slow down. Con, butt height. Everywhere I go, I'm looking at a sea of butts. Not the most glorious thing to look at or smell in some cases. Another problem is that you are below everyone's eye level, so you actually often miss out on being seen. So I have to be very, very aware of where I am, what speed I'm going, making sure people actually look at me, like make eye contact with me when I'm rolling around, because you'd think I'd be seen, but I'm not. So yeah, being low can be a bit of a bummer. Bummer. Pro, shoes. I have bought more shoes in the last few months of being in a wheelchair than I have probably purchased in the last 5 years. I have heels, thongs, flats, sandals, the whole lot. I have never been able to walk in heels, but now I can wear them because I don't have to walk in them. They're never going to get worn out, they're never going to get dirty. They can be as cheap as I want and they'll last forever. I love wearing shoes now. Con, tires. Can you imagine walking around everywhere on your hands? Because that's pretty much what I have to do on a daily basis. So all the disgusting grimy stuff on the ground inevitably ends up on my hands. I prefer to not wear gloves. I will if I'm going outside and doing actual stuff outside. But yeah, I inevitably end up with really grimy hands and I have to avoid really suspicious puddles on the ground, and I have had to roll around feces. Con, seating. No matter where I go, I've got somewhere to sit. If I'm lining up for something, I've got somewhere to sit. If I'm going to a barbecue, I have somewhere to sit. Con, reliability. Wheelchairs are made to last, they're made to perform, but when they break or they don't work, you are essentially losing your ability to function, which can be a bit of a bugger. Pro, fashion. Sense or no sense, no one gives a crap. People are either staring at you because you're in a wheelchair, or they're doing their best to look away and surreptitiously looking at you at the corner of their eye. So no one actually gives a crap what you're wearing. Personally, I prefer to look as nice as I can when going out. I actually really enjoy dressing up now. But realistically, I could go in my pajamas and a pair of Crocs and it would not be any different. This one's a bit of a pro and a con. Customization. Once you choose the frame of your chair, you are stuck with that for like a good 5 years. They're not cheap. You don't want to be replacing it every 2 years. So mine's red, and a lot of things I get have to match it being red. I can change things like my tires and my casters. I'd love to get light up casters one day. Little things like that, but I am stuck with what I've got. Yeah. Pro, people are actually really nice. Now, I have heard a lot of horror stories about people being forced help or being pushed against their will, and it's actually quite common and prevalent now. I don't know whether it's something about my attitude or the way I present myself, but this hasn't happened to me yet. I have been offered help and I'm always really polite and really thankful when I deny it. I've accepted it maybe once so far. And yeah, I have found that people are really nice and really welcoming. And the best thing is if you strike up a conversation with someone, oh god, the relief on their face is palpable. They're like, oh my god, I don't have to try and figure out how to communicate with this person. They speak normally. It's pretty funny. Con, grass, pebbles, sand and other pesky surfaces. Oh, they're impossible to get through. You have to do a constant wheelie to get through these surfaces, and it's bloody hard work. Pro, comfort, sheer comfort. I first injured myself in 2002, and this is the first thing I have found that I can sit in for more than half an hour without extreme pain. I love it. Con, hills. I spoke earlier about loving to go down hills, but what goes down must come up. or something to that effect. And you can get a good push up, but you're eventually going to run out of energy going up a hill, and you are going up at snail's pace. They are an absolute killer going up hills. Pro, quality of life and independence. Far from being a burden or an evil necessity, my chair has absolutely opened up my life and given me a quality of life that I never thought I'd get back again, just in a very different way. Con, carrying room. I have a little bag on the back of my chair, and I can put a certain amount of things in my lap, bearing in mind that I need both hands to wheel most of the time, so my carrying room can be a little bit limited at times. Pro, exercise. I'm much more mobile now in these especially this last month with this particular wheelchair than I have been probably all year, apart from riding horses. Even when I'm sitting in my room in my chair, I'm not just sitting static anymore. I'm doing wheelies constantly to relieve the pain in my back. My body is constantly doing something, so I'm constantly getting exercise, which is fantastic. Con, reaching stuff. Not always easy. Pro, yeah, we do get good parking. Having said that though, I would actually rather have a bay that I could load and unload my wheelchair further back in the car park than something right next to the door. I'd rather save those closer spots for someone who is actually struggling to move any long distance. Con, time. Just getting in and out of my car is a lengthy experience. I have to move my chair back, adjust the seat angle back down, take the frame over my lap, put it down, reach back, get one wheel, put it on, reach back, get the other wheel, put it on, put the cushion on, get on my wheelchair, grab my keys and my bag, roll back, close the door, lock my car, put my key in my bag, put my bag on the back of my wheelchair, and then I can go. Now I have got this down to about 60 or 90 seconds, but I definitely miss the day where you could just sort of stand up, throw your bag over your shoulder, lock your car as you're walking off, and put your keys in your pocket.